It's time to talk about the NHL 24 All-Star event and put together a little ranking of the best cards to go after. This is going to include the actual participant cards, the 87 overalls, and discuss what their real value is, especially if you are newer to Hockey Ultimate Team, and which cards you should avoid. So let's hop into it. I apologize for my voice being more annoying than it normally is, but it appears that I'm only allowed to be sick at all times. So here we go. Let's start first with the Master Set players for Week 1. And coming in at number 4, no surprise here, the 92 Olaf Kolzig. 10 out of 10 appearance, 10 out of 10 card selection, but it's a goalie. Guys, I've said this for years, but how you play defense is going to dictate whether your goaltender is good or not. The only thing a goaltender card can offer you is placebo effect, confidence, and that's pretty much it. So if you have Olaf Kolzig and you find that he makes a few desperation saves, it's probably going to be a fan of yours. If in the first game you play with him, some guy lets a shot go and it just hits his shoulder and goes in, you're probably going to hate him. That's just how it goes. He does have some great abilities. Showstopper, in my opinion, is one of the best abilities in the game. It stops your goaltender from entering that 50% and below fatigue state where they start flopping around all over the place. Instincts as well has proven to be a very, very good ability, and he's actually got some pretty good synergies too if you are looking to maximize those. Good speed at 93, good aggression at 63. He's 6'3", which is kind of the issue, but nonetheless, still a fun card. Just number 4 on the list. Coming in at number 3 is 92 Teppo Numminen. Cool card, always been a fan of Numminen. The issue is that they keep giving MSPs to power-up icon cards, and the reason why that kind of devalues them is because their power-up icon cards are going to continue to get a +1 every month. So, for example, this is recorded on January 22nd. In 9 days, they will get their next bump up, and because Numminen has a 92 card, he will go to a 93. And when you compare his other card, he's got gold shutdown instead of seeing eye, which in my opinion is what I'd rather have. Now, obviously, his skating is a little bit better, but you know that when you're investing in them, you at least know that he is going to continue to go up in terms of rating. Now, that there's pros and cons to that, but it just kind of devalues the MSPs, in my opinion. Nonetheless, this is still a very good right-handed defenseman card. Silver Shutdown is very useful in this sense, just because it doesn't cost as many AP and still going to be effective for you. There is not a ton of great right-handed defensemen that aren't, Oliver Bonk, for example, and cards that you can't obtain anymore. So, still a very strong option. Just like I said, he loses a little bit of his value just because of his icon card. Patrick Elias is up next. Again, another really fun card. 6'1", 195 sniper forward as well as two-way forward. And then he's got defensive boost. You can actually get his face-off rating quite high with both of those abilities activated. If you have two-way forward as well as defensive boost, you can actually put him at center if you want. He's got gold make it snappy, backhand beauty, elite edges, as well as puck on a string. Again, all very fun abilities. However, he doesn't have that breakaway ability. Whether it be unstoppable force, gold wheels with really high speed, something along those lines. And not every card needs them. It's just when you're investing all of your coins and a lot of your collection into a card, that's what I'm looking for. 94 speed and acceleration, 92 agility, only 88 endurance, but he does have a very good shot with sniper forward activated. Again, a really fun looking card, but there's so many good left-handed wingers is the issue. And the best of the bunch, obviously, is the 92 Teemu Selanne, but much like Teppo Numminen, you could just have his icon card. And while this one does come with speed boost, which makes his speed 98, his icon card only has 95 speed, but again, it will go up. He is going to get a 96 speed upgrade in the next month. So on February 1st, they have the same abilities and gold wheels. However, the icon card has unstoppable force. So again, it's not like this one is far and away better than the icon card. And everyone says that his icon card is very low endurance, but with synergies, you can get his endurance up into the 89 region. So it's not like it's a killer compared to this one. All in all, I think, if we're being honest, I'd probably just avoid week 1s entirely. Now, remember, if you are going to make these cards, it will cost you 21 power-up collectibles, which is very expensive. However, you will get 14 back, meaning that you're only losing 7, so that's about a cost of about 125,000 coins in value. But again, you're probably going to have these cards for quite some time, but I just want to let the value out there be known. All right, now it's time to talk the event cards, and I gotta say, the All-Star event was one of my favorite events, right behind the Fantasy event as well as the Next Gen event. I always find it fun when the rookies get their Master Set card art. The All-Star event is always one of the best simply because it does a great job of tying in the real thing, and it actually makes the All-Star worth watching. I was actually at the All-Star game last year in person in Florida, and watching Andrei Svechnikov rip around the ice, win fastest skater, and have his stats go up to 99 speed and excel, well, it was really fun as a HUT player as well, especially because Andrei Svechnikov is huge. This year, it's just more of reinventing the wheel. So for anyone that doesn't know, the prior year's All-Star events, what would happen is in every individual skills competition, the winner of that event would have their attributes that are tied to that event, so hardest shot, slap shot, power, and accuracy, would get boosted up to 99 out of progression, okay? It would immediately go to 99, and that made a few of these events extremely exciting. For example, Fastest Skater, when you would have one of these cards hit 99 speed and excel. Now, the issue is the change in format. So, because 12 of the selected players to play in the skills competition this year, they will at least play in 4 minimum, at which point I believe 6 will then play in an extra 2 to crown the winner. Now, again, this feels like they're just playing it super safe, because what they've done and how they've changed things up is they've made it where if a player wins an event, and again, they can complete multiple, they will get a silver ability added to their card. So if they win Fastest Skater, instead of going to 99 speed and acceleration, they just get Silver Wheel. If they win Hardest Shot, their slap shot, power, and accuracy doesn't go to 99, they get Thunderclap, which, okay, fine. However, the issue is, all of these cards have come out at 87 overall. At this point, very far behind progression. So now, even though they can compete in multiple events, let's say Connor McDavid. At 87 overall, he's got 94 speed and acceleration, which isn't bad. However, if he were to win Fastest Skater, and he's probably the favorite right behind Nathan MacKinnon among the 12 that are competing, he's not getting 99 speed and acceleration. He's getting Silver Wheels. And Silver Wheels on a card that's 94 speed and excel is not nearly as valuable as the opposite. On top of that, let's say he wins Stick Handling. Instead of getting 99 puck control or offensive awareness, he just gets Silver Puck on a string. And again, that adds value to a card, but not nearly as much. In my opinion, if I were to have been in charge of this, what I would have done is just 99s to the winner of each event. You win Fastest Skater, you get 99. You win Hardest Shot as well, you got 99 slap shot, power, and accuracy. That would have made these event cards some of the most sought after and exciting players to watch during this event. You would have had every single hardcore HUT player with their cheeks clenched at every single event. And instead, they tried to change it up and just play it really safe. And maybe I'm just an old man yelling at a cloud. That could also be true. Let's talk about the other issue. Now, these cards don't stay at 87 overall. If they score goals in the actual All-Star event games, not the skills competition, they will go up +1 overall all the way through, except for speed and acceleration, obviously. That is 0.5. So they have 2 goals to guarantee themselves to go up 1 in speed. Now, here is the issue. Since the NHL has gone to the 3-on-3 format in 2016, the record for goals by a player in one All-Star sequence, so they can play a maximum of 2 games, they'll at least guarantee 1, is 5. Tomas Hertl did it once, so let's say he scores 5 goals again, he would go up to a 92 overall, his speed would go somewhere into the 90-91 range, and the other player to do it was Dylan Larkin. So that means that essentially you would have to have your players score more than 5 goals, which is the record since the beginning of the event, to really get your cards to have a ton of value and usefulness if you are someone that has been playing the game since the beginning. Now, if you are interested in getting some cards that are participating in the All-Star Skills Competition as well as the All-Star Games, so a chance to gain silver abilities on top of getting their attributes boosted, here is the full list of 12. We've got Leon Draisaitl from the Edmonton Oilers, Nikita Kucherov from the Tampa Bay Lightning, Nathan MacKinnon from the Colorado Avalanche, also his teammate Cale Makar, Austin Matthews from the hometown Toronto Maple Leafs, Connor McDavid from the Oilers, David Pastrnak from the Boston Bruins, newly named Quinn Hughes from the Vancouver Canucks, his brother Jack from the New Jersey Devils, Elias Pettersson from the Vancouver Canucks, Willie Nylander from the Leafs, and JT Miller from the Vancouver Canucks. These are the 12 players that are going to be competing in the skills competition, so they have the potential chance to earn additional abilities. Remember, they have to win an individual event. On top of that, there has been a lot of questions about what happens with players that are injured. Obviously, Jack Eichel is very injured. He's week to week. He's not going to play in the All-Star event. He was named an All-Star for earning the right to be an All-Star, but he's not going to compete in the event. If you have this card, what will happen is that his replacement that comes out, there will be a set added where you can switch him out to whoever gets replaced by him. Now, for the players that have been playing since the beginning of the year, the All-Star event now is not really all that interesting at all. But for newer players, it offers a lot of unique deals that you'll be able to take advantage of. So let me explain what happens every single single year with the All-Star event. People buy up the most popular names like Connor McDavid. As you can see, even if he scores the record 5 goals in an All-Star event, still wouldn't be nearly as good as any of the other Connor McDavid cards that are out there right now. They will come crashing down in price. Right now he's $200K. I got a feeling that it's probably not even going to be close to that by the end of it. On top of that, everyone buys up these cards thinking that they're going to pop off so then they can relist them on the market once the event is done. This is the exact same thing that happens in the World Junior event, guys. When you buy up a ton of cards for the sole use of reselling them afterwards, not using them, what happens is the event ends, a lot of these cards will not score at all, or maybe 1 or 2 goals. They will flood the market and try to undercut themselves, meaning that their margin for profit is going to be much lower than they anticipated. Will there be some that score 4 goals and maybe get a big boost? Yeah, there will be some. But what this does is offer a unique buying period for some players that are brand new to the game. So for example, let's say Matthew Barzal doesn't score, or maybe scores 1 goal. If he's going for 125,000 coins now, he might go for like 80 later on. So for anyone that has just purchased the game and you're having a hard time filling out your roster, these are the cards once the event is over that I would pay attention to. I wouldn't be buying any of them now. They're going at the highest price that they are going to go for. Again, you might miss out on the one that explodes and gets 4 goals in a game, but that's fine. They're assuming all of the risk, which is why it's crazy to me that EA has made it so expensive to make any. And again, this happens every year. EA's economy does not take into account the value of what the cards are truly to the player base, meaning that they see 92 overall on face value, and they are just scaling that from the launch of the game. What would a 92 be available at the launch of the game? Nowhere near close to what we actually view a 92 overall in January. So they have a background economy, it sets all of the prices, and you end up with 60 collectibles to get 1 random NHL All-Star. That is a joke, and I pray that none of you do this set, okay? None of my followers will be doing this set. Again, this is one of the more fun events. I just think that it was changed unnecessarily, and the price points are not even anywhere close to where they should. So let me know what you think in the comments section down below. Are there any cards that you're holding on to with the thought of, them exploding in the All-Star game? Thank you guys again for watching. I'll see you next time. Have a good one.